Welcome to Pep Talk with Wendy Summers. This portion of the Pensacola Expert Panel is sponsored and presented by Pensacola Home Experts and your host, Bill Sheffield, who is responsible for the content. Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of News Radio 1620.
News Radio 1620, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Just listen to the Eagles for just a second. What do you say?
Sure.
Man, that was when rock was rock. Eagles, Fleetwood Macs. How could you not love them? I'm telling you, this is Bill Sheffield. I'm here with Pensacola Home Experts. Why do you say experts, you ask? Well, let me answer that. Experts is a common phrase, often overused, but when you have real experts, you need to state that you are experts, and we've got two of them today. We've got Don and Kasie Copeland with University Lending. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bill. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see y'all. I want to tell you something. We've done a lot of business, closed a lot of houses together. Thank you so much for that. We have done this for quite a while. Never in my real estate career or your mortgage career has it been a better time to buy a house.
Amen. It is. I know you and I say this all the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. There is no better time.
Yeah. If you got a question, comment, whatever you want to say, 437-1620, or on Facebook, go to Pensacola Home and send us all your questions or comments there. Or just take a picture of yourself and let us see what you look like on Pensacola Home. We like that. Holly was in here last week, and she was saying that one of the things people are going to do a few years from now, they're going to look back and say, I wish I had a, or I'm glad I did. Mm-hmm. One of the two things is going to happen. And the thing I have noticed that is changing of late is the news. Have you seen the housing news over the last couple of 3 months? So we're very encouraged by that because perception now, Don, is that it is a good time to buy a house. It's not just somebody, a realtor or a mortgage person saying it. It's the overall news that come to us everywhere.
Yeah, it's a nice part. We're always trying to tell everybody what a great time it is and how rates are low and, about as low as they may get. But it's nice to see, the mainstream media and see it everywhere else, backing up what we've been saying. Yeah,
it is. It's really, really true. For 1 second, I'm going to tell everybody about who else is our experts. McGraw Insurance, Reed Rushing. You need to give them a call for all of your insurance needs. They're here for homes, but they do cars. Anything, any type of insurance needs, give them a call. Air Care Wizard, Bob did a presentation at our BNI this morning, Kasie. It was great. They really know what they're talking about not only the heating and cooling systems, but mold mediation and cleaning out your ducts, taking care of your system, making it run efficiently. That was not right. Panhandle Inspections, Bill Ivey. What a guy. They've done 2 inspections for pre-listing inspections this week. Realtors, you need to have your homes inspected when you list them. Call Ivy and him, let them go over there and do an inspection job for you. Blue Angel Cleaning, Curtis Meadows, buddy, if you got something that's dirty, he can clean it as far as floors. They take care of a good job. Also, they did a job to where they cleaned up a roof for somebody at Main Street, too. It was a really good job. Lance Pierce, boy, he did a job yesterday over at Ross's house and really made that house look, it just totally changed the look of the front of it. Resort and Luxury Title, Tanya was there this morning, got to see her at BNI again. All of your closing needs, any questions that you have, if you want to just have a title search done, give them a call. And Sherman Instruction, any type of rehab types of needs that you have, give them a call. And the way we do this is we don't give you their number. You got to call me to get it. How's that work? I like that, don't you? and Kasie said, what's your number? You can call Bill at 261-5133. And you can call Kasie and Don at
912-8002.
There you go. Okay, all right, now we're into homes. Lots of programs for first-time home buyers. Talk about that for a minute.
We do have a lot of programs for first-time home buyers. I know for a while they had kind of gone away, and they're back. One of my favorite programs is what we used to call the bond program. It's under a different name now and a little bit different guidelines, but it is an awesome program for first-time home buyers. Basically what it does is it gives you 4% of your loan amount towards down payment or closing cost assistance. 4%. Up to $6,000. So basically, it's free money.
Wow.
Yes.
So, what are the parameters? I know they've got probably some income ceilings on it and stuff like that. What are those? You've got them on the top of your head, or just?
I do.
I figured you did. I knew that.
That's why we're the experts, right?
That's why you're an expert.
There is minimum credit score of a 640. And the income guidelines are actually quite high. A lot of people think that with first-time homebuyer programs, your income has to be very low. But in this case, for this program, if you have a family of one or two, you can actually make up to $71,000 a year.
That's good.
And still qualify for this program.
That's good.
It is great.
Very good.
It is. And if you have a family of 3 or 4, so if you're married, have a couple kids, you can make up to $82,000.
Now, 4%, that's going to get us our FHA down payment, which is 3.5%.
Correct.
If they're doing VA or home rural development. So it can cross over with the other programs.
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of it. A lot of times these programs are specific to FHA or specific to certain programs. This particular one you can use with VA and rural development, which those programs do not require a down payment. So you can take that full 4% and use it towards closing costs.
There's our prepaids, there's our closing costs. So there's we can use it for anything as far as closing that house. Down payment, prepaids, closing costs, whatever we need to do.
Absolutely.
4%.
Yes.
Is 4% up to $6,000.
Correct. Whichever is lowest.
So that's a $150,000 house.
Correct.
Do you realize what a $150,000 house is in our market today? It's an incredible home. A lot of home. It really, really is. Now, I got to ask you this because I've no bond. When are they going to run out?
They're not.
What?
That's the other part of this. That's great. So
Hey.
for
Did we hear that right? No. Hello, testing 1, 2. Casey, are you there?
I'm here.
Did you hear my question? The question is, let's ask this one more time. When are they going to run out of money?
They're not. It is structured completely different. So realtors and home buyers that have been through this program before, and you have to, you're worried that you don't get your money request in time. There is no worries with that. It is actually a grant program this time.
Wow.
So it is much easier to obtain. It's much easier all around.
Okay. So let me see if I get this right, Don. So now's the best time to buy a house. We've established that.
True.
Interest rates are the best they've been in 50 years.
True.
Right? And now they're going to get $4,000 on top of that.
Exactly. Almost sounds too good to be true.
This is like one of those TV commercials. But wait,
there's more.
There's more. I mean, what next can we ask for here?
Well, and actually, there is one more thing on that is these programs in the past, you have to pay it back. Maybe if you sell your house soon or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay this back at all.
Yeah, the way they were structured before, it was typically a 5-year deal. Every year you stayed in it, it removed 20% of it. So if you sold the house in 3 years, you still owed money. This is a grant. This is not a second mortgage on the house.
Correct.
Wow. This is good stuff.
It is.
I
love it.
We need people calling us.
We do.
That's right.
And Bill, but wait, there's more.
What? Oh, no.
What? There's more.
And the turkey baster's coming.
The city has jumped in now, and they have a first-time homebuyer program as well.
Wow.
So this one's a little bit more strict, a little bit more guidelines to follow, but this one will allow you up to $10,000 in closing cost assistance.
Okay.
And you can piggyback it off the bond program.
You can.
You can. So you have to buy a house in the city, and the guidelines are a little bit more strict, which I can talk to you later.
Pensacola, the city limits of Pensacola. Okay,
Correct.
so but we've got all those houses down in Langley. We've got tons and tons of houses in the city that people love.
Yes.
So don't be scared of that one. That's a good one.
So they need to call me.
How?
At 912-8002.
That would be the thing. Hey, you know what? Somebody should go to Facebook right now and go to Pensacola Home and ask us about their particular situation. Everybody's different. Every house is different. Every time we write a contract or go to close, every one of them is different.
Correct.
This is not like you can go buy an Expedition and you want it in maroon and you want leather. You know.
Good analogy.
This particular house is on a street with a address, and it has typically two people buying the home. Each one of those have credit scores. Everything is different. So the simplicity that we offer to people is incredible.
Absolutely.
We're working with a young couple that we're going to actually look at and see houses Saturday. Young Marine just got out, Don. We're doing a closing with him. And what we do together is a tremendous job of educating these home buyers. I mean, by the time they have accomplished this, I believe they're seasoned home buyers, because we start from here's a pen, and it goes, not that we're saying that people don't understand it, but sometimes in doing what I do and what y'all do, we think and assume that people know some of the things that we know. I mean, I've been doing this for 17 years, and y'all for a long time too. Don shows it.
Thanks, Bill.
Wow. Don's like, what did I do to you?
The main thing that we do for first-time home buyers is we make it understandable from start to finish. Here's the entire process. I know that y'all spend a lot of time with these folks in your office, and I know I spend a lot of time. We got a call. Winnie, who is it over there? Who we got?
We have Robert in Pensacola. Hey, Robert.
Robert,
Hi.
you're on the air. How can we help you, sir?
Well, sir, I just wanted to reiterate how good a time it is to buy, because I recently bought a home, and I was hoping to hear whether those bonds or the credits were retroactive, because I didn't hear about them when I bought my home. But I bought a home in Pensacola. It was twice the square footage, but in the same neighborhood, in a good neighborhood. And my mortgage payment, even with taxes and insurance, is only about $50 more than what I was paying for my rent.
And let me ask you a question, Rob. You said you got more house than you were renting, correct?
Yes.
You know what we've learned lately? Pretty much every house we've done for the last while is that house that you just bought. If you were to rent it, Main Street Properties manages 400 properties. So that house that you just bought, you would probably pay $200 more to rent it than to buy it. Based on square footage and everything, as you said, it was.
Yeah,
it was
rent
bigger
is
than everything
really
else.
high now.
I know.
It is.
It is so much cheaper to buy.
It is. It is. Where did you buy? Where's your home?
It is in the central part, northeast Pensacola.
Congratulations.
Off of 9th Avenue.
Rob, are you married?
No.
No. Well, does that mean it's Valentine's Day and you're looking? I'm just curious. So are you just saving on flowers today? Is that it, Rob?
All that money he saved buying instead of renting.
That's right. Very good.
Well, we're not going to put your phone number out, because now since you're a homeowner, you're a more likely candidate for. Never mind.
Oh, very
I don't
nice.
think my girlfriend would appreciate that.
I don't think so either.
Oh, no.
Well, you know what? 5 years from now, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say to all those people that we just said, Rob, 5 years from now, people are gonna look back and say, "I wish I had it," or "I'm glad I did." Thank you for doing it. You're one of the ones that's gonna look back and say, "I'm glad I did." This is a great move for you and your family.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Have
Thanks,
a good one.
Robert.
Just to reiterate what he's saying, and to what we do. Sounds like he had a good realtor. Sounds like he had a good mortgage company. He's happy. He's smiling. Sometimes it don't turn out that way.
That is very true. We have a lot of good stories, but unfortunately, there are some stories out there that aren't as great as his. So
You know, when I found out that typically things happen is when I'm working with on situations with other companies or other things like that, and I've got one side, it's when everything was not carefully explained. I'm a firm believer that if you educate up front, you're going to have fewer problems on the backside.
I absolutely agree with you, Bill, and I know you mentioned it earlier that we've done a lot of business together for a long time,
Yes.
and we have a great track record of the time you hand me a contract to the time it gets to the closing table, and I do believe it's because you do explain the real estate side extremely well, extremely thorough. You dot your I's, cross your T's. They know without a shadow of a doubt what that contract says. I get them. We go through the same thing. First-time home buyers, we have to pretend they know nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And like you said, you give them a pen, and we start with how to sign your name.
Yep.
But we do go through every document, make sure they do understand what they are signing. This is a huge investment
It
for
is.
them. And
It's
they
a
need to
life-changing
understand.
event. This
It
is a life-changing event
It
in
is.
couples' lives. It really is.
Well, I can add to that, talking about educating them. Often someone comes in and they read on the internet or saw on TV this one program, and they come in and say, I need this program. And we can kind of talk the situation through and figure out there may be a program that works out even better for them and kind of spin them that direction. But it's definitely educating.
Well, I want to say something to the mamas and daddies and aunts and uncles that are out there listening today. what you need to do is you need to talk to your children. You need to talk to your nieces and your nephews. And you need to tell them to call Bill or call Kasie or call Don, and they need to at least investigate, is it time for them to buy a home? Folks, the answer is always, always no till you ask. I can sit over here and might want to give Kasie a peck on the cheek, but unless I ask her and she says yes, and allows me to give her a little Valentine's peck
I bet
on the
I
cheek.
don't have to ask.
You don't have to ask.
No, Wendy, you
but-
never
but-
have to
but-
ask.
But the answer would be no if I just did it. She's probably going to knock my head off.
Well, and that's true. The answer is no until you ask.
Absolutely.
And you need to call us and you need to talk to us. And another great thing, Bill, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to call me and talk to me.
I was going to say, what do you charge?
I don't charge anything
Ask
until
me
it
what
gets
I
to the
charge.
closing table. Bill, what do you
I
charge?
don't charge anything. We're like Levin Rinky. We don't charge until we close.
That's right. That's right.
when we all get paid in the real estate business. It's a wonderful, beautiful thing. So, if you've got kids that are in their early 20s and they're renting somewhere, if you've got somebody paying, one of your children or young couple paying $1,000 a month, folks don't realize, Kasie, but they're talking about $130,000-$140,000 house they can buy.
Absolutely.
With that same payment. So, and plus now we know they can get $4,000 towards their closing costs. It's just an incredible time to be doing real estate. University Lending. Tell me the story of University Lending before we leave.
University Lending Group is actually fairly new on the Emerald Coast, but we are blowing records left and right. We have had a fantastic 2012, and 2013 is kicking off extremely well. We are seeing a lot of activity. A lot of realtors are starting to come to University Lending Group. They realize that we're not blowing contract dates. We are meeting those contract dates. People love University Lending Group because we truly, truly do care. We really do care about the borrowers.
You know what else y'all do? You take them to close.
We do.
There's a lot of reasons for that. Your processors are in-house. People don't understand what I'm saying when I say that, but trust me, from a realtor point of view, I have to just talk to Kasie or Don, and I know everything that's happening with whatever transaction we're working on. I don't have to call them and they say you got to talk to this one. Now it's turned over to this person. Here's where you got to go. It is one contact person at University Lending, and it's incredible. It is from a realtor point of view, it's incredible. So you realtors out there, if you're not using them, I suggest you give them a call, as long as it's not one of my buyers or sellers. Well, one of my sellers, please call them and sell the house. Here's the situation. I want to tell you something. Since 2006. That's a while ago. That's 7 years ago.
Good
I
math.
have never had as strong a January and start off February as I've had since 2006.
I would absolutely agree.
The real estate market is humming. Houses are going on the market. You sellers need to call us and let us help you analyze your house and get you the most dollars that you can. I know you're going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but we can actually list it for more dollars than you might think. If you give me a call or email me at Bill@Pensacola Home, I'll do a market analysis free. Again, free. Did you hear free?
Free.
But wait, there's more. And I'll come view your house, take a look at it, and let you know what you need to do to get that house sold, get you the most amount of money you can in the shortest period of time. So if it's great for buyers and you tell me y'all are working more buyer contracts than you have since 7 years, that other side of that coin, Don, is great for sellers.
It is.
That means there's more buyers in the market, which means we're moving, transitioning from a seller's, from a buyer's market into about a median to where it's kind of equal between the sellers and buyers. But folks are buying houses. They've come to terms with the fact that the housing market has bottomed out and it's moving back up. So it is a great time. 437-1620. If you have any questions for us. Where's University Lending out of? Here?
We are backed by University Bank from Michigan.
Okay.
But we are here local.
Right.
The mortgage department. We are located on 12th Avenue.
Okay.
Here locally, and that's
By a cactus flower.
By a cactus flower, absolutely.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. So, and like Bill was saying, that it's great to be local because you can talk to us face to face.
Yeah.
we say we want it to be a smooth transaction because I'm going to run into you at Walmart, Target, Cactus Flower. I don't want you running down the other aisle going, oh, my gosh, she was terrible. We really do want to take care of you, and we are local, so you can come see us.
We want them, when they go to church on Sunday, to tell the folks how good a realtor and mortgage person they had, too.
Very good.
That's exactly right. Let me go through our folks here real quick. You know them, Main Street Properties. We're so glad to be affiliated with Main Street Properties. University Lending, McGraw Insurance, reading them, take care of all your insurance needs. Air Care Wizard, buddy, if you got air conditioner things, you just need it checked out. It's getting time to probably have it tuned up a little bit, Don. Give them a call. Panhandle Inspections, if whatever you need to have inspected, wind mitigation or whatever, they're there. Blue Angel Cleaning, if you need, what is this thing? If you have
dirty grout,
give Blue Angel a shout. So if you've got dirty grout on your tile, give them a call. Lance Pierce, folks, if you don't want somebody to take care of your yard in a really, really good, fine fashion, you need to give Lance. Resort and Luxury Home Title, Tanya Brown's down there ready, willing, and able to close your house and get it done and get it closed, get you your money. Sherman Construction, Charlie's ready to do any types of rehab to your home, build your house, whatever you need done. Thank you for letting me run through those. Final thoughts. What do y'all got heading down here? Interest rates, where are they?
Low.
Where?
Low.
I like that, but more.
For typical rates right now, and again, it depends on your program. It depends on your credit score. There's a lot of things that go into rates, but typically they're still sitting in the low threes.
Low threes.
For 30-year fixed rate.
Low threes. Don, have you run the stats on when they were low threes before?
Not since I've been in the business.
Not since I've been. Probably about in the 60s.
Probably
when my mom and daddy built their house in 1965 would be about when you could probably get an interest rate that low.
Is it lower even for 15-year? Or about the same?
Yeah, I actually recently, I even got a couple of them in the twos, the high twos, on 15-year. So.
That's crazy.
Does it cost them anything to see what they could do on a refi? It doesn't cost them anything, does it?
It doesn't cost anything at all. All you have to do is give us a call. Even if you're upside down your house, give us a call. We can still do those low rates.
Well, it's if you're going to stay in your house, refinance it. If you know you're going to be there for a while, do not keep paying 6 or 7% interest. It's worth every penny, every bit of your time to do this to get that house refinanced and keep it. Also, I tell folks, if you think that in the next little while you want to turn that house into a rental house, then refinance it now and get your payments low as they possibly can, so you can actually net more money down the road if you're going to keep it for a long period of time. But most important, the number one thing they need to do is to start finding out what they can do.
Absolutely. Start now. You may not be able to do something immediately, but it doesn't cost you anything to talk to us and let us help you figure out when you're ready, what type of program will be beneficial for you, how much of a payment can you afford. There's a difference in what's on paper and what is true life, meaning there's a difference in what we say you qualify for, but how much are you comfortable with.
Absolutely.
And we will sit down and talk to you about that.
Absolutely, and steer them straight. If they need to make a few corrections and get a little stuff done, you'll be happy to do it. And also, what is your phone number?
Our phone number at University Lending Group is 912-8002.
And your names is?
I am Kasie Copeland.
And I'm Don Copeland.
And my name is Bill Sheffield. You can reach me at 261-5133. You can visit my website. I wish you would. I'm excited about it. We made tons of changes lately. PensacolaHome.com. On that site, if you want to know the value of your home, there's a button you can click. Give me the information on your home, and I'll email you back a market analysis. I do it for y'all all the time on some houses.
Yes, you do, and it's free.
It's free. It doesn't cost anything. So, and also, please go to my Facebook page, Pensacola Home on Facebook, and like it. All types of current events. Main thing I want to say to Precious is Happy Valentine's Day. You know I love you. Without you, I don't know where I would be or what I would be doing. So, Precious, you stay true to me, and I promise you, I ain't going nowhere. Folks, don't forget that where there's a bill, there's a way, and I mean every word of it. And so give me a call. Let's do some business. And thank you so much for watching and listening to Pensacola Home Experts Radio.
I've been watching.
You've been watching. That's good. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great week.
All right. Make sure we go and like you on Facebook.
Oh, like me on Facebook. That's right. Pensacola Home.
All right.
Thank you for that.
Thank you so much,
Wendy.
Phil.